We added 10 miles per hour extra velocity to this player's hits in just 42 days. And in this video, I'm going to walk you through step by step exactly what we did. Because if you apply this, you'll be able to start driving the baseball for extra base hits. In fact, this player went from just making contact and hitting balls in the infield to hitting more doubles than he had singles in his season. And he went from batting second to last in the lineup to the 4 hole. Now, if you're new here, I'm former MLB player Jermaine Curtis, and I help players add power to their game so they can start hitting the ball harder and farther, and most importantly, become more confident. So if you're interested in adding power to your game, I'll put a link below. You can schedule a time with me and my team. We'll identify what's stopping you from hitting for power and then put a plan together so you can start driving the baseball. If you're interested in that, link is below. Okay, so the first week we focused on basically activating the core, strengthening the obliques, and doing explosive workouts and explosive movements with the medicine ball. And I'm a big fan of the medicine ball because when I was playing professionally, this is what we did to basically rotate quicker and rotate more explosively so that we're able to put that into the baseball and start driving it for extra base hits. So you'll see here, he's doing these step back wall slams, and you can see how he gets loaded and coils his core into his back leg, and then he explodes through with everything into the wall. And this is similar to mimicking what we want as a swing. So this is very important to do this, and this is why I love using medicine balls to activate the core and strengthen these muscles that we're going to use when we start to swing the bat. In week 2, we're focusing on the swing. Now, the method I teach is a framework that I created, and it was from Barry Bonds. He basically taught me a few things, and I've kind of molded that and made it my own. And so I call it the catch swing framework. I'll put a link below so that you guys can be able to see what it is. But basically, we're focusing on the right swing plane and direction so that we're able to start driving the baseball for line drives and hit those towering fly balls. You can see here he's working on his path and how his hands are moving and how he's getting through the baseballs. Now in week 3, we start focusing on the lower half, the big boy muscles. And as you can see here, I'm giving him a explanation of a player that is a home run threat every time he walks up to the plate. And I believe he has the record for home runs at Oregon State right now. But basically, I'm talking to him about getting into his lower half and basically using his front foot as an anchor and not continue to lunge forward, because one of his mistakes and issues as a hitter is that he would stride and he would basically get away from his body, and his lower half would cause disconnection in his swing, and then he would roll over the baseball and he wouldn't be as consistent. So we were focusing on his lower half and getting that involved in his swing, because I believe the lower half, the big muscles, is what allows you to drive the baseball. And once we started doing that, he really started to hammer baseballs and his exit velocity jumped up. In week 4, we focused on basically hip shoulder separation and getting the bat head out front. And you can see here as he starts to hit, right, you can see how he gets into his lower half and then he explodes to the baseball, and now he's able to ball with some backspin and get some carry, and those balls were flying, and that did so much for his confidence because he was doing everything off the tee, and then he went to his practice and he'll start driving the ball, and his dad was loving that. So that's what we did in week 4. In week 5 or 6, we were focusing on recognizing the right pitches and basically working on his mindset. And so you'll see here he's hitting in the cage and he's with his dad, and it's not as clear as a video as they would like and I would like, but you can see here he's doing work, and we talked about the approach, the plan, what we're looking for at the plate, and you can see how he's executing it. And this was helping him to turn the barrel the right way, hit it out front, and hit those extra base hits. This, in a nutshell, was exactly what we did step by step to get him to drive the baseball, and he was able to start hitting the ball for more extra base hits. He went from just hitting for contact and getting base hits to start hitting more doubles. And I believe this year he's going to hit his first home run ever, because he is now hitting the ball harder and farther than he ever has. And so with that being said, if you want results like this, I'll put a link below. You can schedule a time with me and my team. We'll take you through a plan so that you're able to start hammering the baseball for extra base hits. Thank you guys for watching. Hit that like button for me and subscribe to the channel.